Harvest. Harvesting the date crop Tariff. It is the final harvesting process of the palm tree crop, in which the fruits are fit for consumption or marketing, and it is the result of all previous operations. There are stages that the fruit goes through, from after the contract until maturity, which are stages of growth of date palm fruits. 1. Habuk stage, and it continues for about a month after the success of the pollination process, which indicates the success of the fruit set, and the fruits are very small and spherical in shape, with a light green color, and it is a stage from which the consumer does not benefit. 2. Camry stage, and it lasts about 2 months, during which the growth of small fruits increases, so they grow in length and increase in weight, and they are rectangular in shape with a green color, and they begin to swell to increase the percentage of moisture. The percentage of acidity increases, and the percentage of tannins increases, and the consumer does not benefit from them either. 3. Bisser or Kalal stage, and it lasts 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the varieties, and the growth rate decreases as there are changes in the characteristics of the fruit, so it turns red or yellow, depending on the variety, and the percentage of sugars in the fruits increases. In some varieties, the percentage of the holding materials present in the fruits remain, and it is called the astringent bisser. And in some varieties, the fruits become free of these holding materials and are sweet in taste, which is called the sweet bisser, such as al-barhi and al-hayani. 4. Wet stage. This takes from 2 weeks to a full month, depending on the varieties, during which the growth decreases and the weight of the fruits decreases due to the loss of moisture, and the tamarin characteristics, both internal and external, are transformed so that the appearance of the fruits appears soft. And soft, the percentage of sugar increases, and thus the taste becomes sweeter with a decrease in the astringent substances. At this stage, the consumer benefits from it because it is edible. In the varieties of Majduli, Sukari, and Sakai. 5. Date stage. It is the final stage of the last stages of fruit growth, and it is called the stage of maturity. At this stage, the fruits have lost most of their moisture, and the sugars are concentrated in the flesh of the fruit. Fruit collection date. It depends on the stage at which the fruits are consumed according to the following groups. A. Wet varieties. Wet. It includes varieties that can be suitable for consumption and marketing at the wet stage, and the percentage of moisture in the fruits is high, reaching 30–40%, and it may reach 50% in some varieties in terms of the weight of the fruit. Among them are early, medium ripening, and late ripening varieties, such as al-barhi. B. Semi-dry varieties, and it is suitable for consumption and marketing when the fruits are half dry, which is the incomplete date stage, and it has medium moisture, reaching about 20–30% of the weight of the fruits, including early varieties such as kadrawi and medium ripening varieties such as deglet naur, and late varieties such as al-sagai and al-majduli. Tea-dry varieties. They include varieties that are suitable for consumption and marketing at the date stage, and the moisture content in them is low, which may reach about 15–20% of the weight of the fruits, including early ripening varieties, including medium and late ripening ones. Duration genie, harvest. Varieties that are consumed in phase bitzar and wet continue practical genie from 4–3 weeks. Varieties to consume in phase half dry and dry continue practical LG from 2–1 month. And done genie, according to item and for the circumstances climatic for every region. And at this stage, you specify the rate of humidity existing with fruit, any existing water inside the fruit. The process of reaping the fruits takes place in the following ways. 1. The sheep. Definition: the process of plucking the fruits when they are ripe from the fruit stalks, and they are collected in plastic buckets or any containers suitable for that, and tied in ropes that are gradually lowered to the ground or using mechanical ladders. It is done manually by workers, picking the fruit for the following stages of maturity. Al-manasef, half of the fruit is secret and the other is moist or soft, as in al-khalas and al-hilali varieties. Rutab, the dates are soft and ripe, as in sukari, sakai, and majduli. Varieties semi-dry, the dates are ripe and somewhat soft before they dry, as in the dates of sukari, al-maftal, al-sakai, and al-majduli, nabat ali, al-rashudi, al-asila, and al-ruthana. Timing. The date. The sheep process begins on August 1st and starts with the early varieties, such as rashudia. The following must be taken into account when starting the date. Sheep process. 1. Do not go early or delay in the process of sheep, as early is when the fruits are not ripe enough, which affects their taste, and the percentage of sugar has not reached the required level, and the delay affects the color of the fruits, so it turns a dark color, as well as the dates drying and their quality decreasing. In the semi-dry fruits, and the mid-ribs turn wet as well, as the short ones. 2. The use of appropriate packages or tools in the packaging which the dates are transported, and there is no accumulation of the fruits on top of each other, which causes damage and deformation and thus reduces their quality. 3. Placing mattresses under the palms that are being raked so that the fallen dates do not get dirty on the ground during the raking process. 4. Rebag the juice after work is completed to prevent any falling dates after their ripening. 5. Do not leave dates after their sheep under the sun for long periods, but rather they are transferred to sorting places. Succory dates. 2 ounce. Strict definition. SRAM is known as cutting the taste of dates or whole squid after reaching the stage of maturity suitable for consumption and marketing. By tying the ropes to the ropes and gradually descending to the ground or using mechanical ladders. This is for the varieties that have reached the date stage, such as al-khalas, al-kudari, al-shishi, al-munifi, and other varieties whose maturity reaches the date stage, especially for use in the manufacture of pressed dates, and thanks to cutting the juice while it is inside the bags to preserve it and facilitate its transportation afterwards. The knowledgeable person wraps around the worker's back so that he can out-of-process harvest. The timing. Ribbing begins approximately in mid-September. When maturity is complete, the following shall be taken into account to start the rigorous process. 1. It should be at the appropriate time in terms of full maturity of the fruits, and not early, so that the fruits are not soft and need to be spread and dried, and thus their quality decreases. Or the harvesting process is delayed, so the fruits dry up and the color becomes dark, or the peel separates and its quality decreases during processing. 2. Do not leave any steams of dates on the palm trees for long periods after harvest, as they dry out and their quality decreases. 3. Placing mattresses under the palm trees during harvesting so that no dates fall to the ground and become exposed to dirt. 4. Do not leave the rest of the dates in the palm tree basin, as they ferment and become a source of attraction for insects, especially the palm weevil. 5. Use appropriate packing tools, such as plastic boxes and cartons, or wooden crates to transport dates after harvest, removing the nuts, fouling, and soft dates from them. 6. After harvesting, do not leave the dates under the sun for long periods, as this affects their quality. Rather, they are transported to the places designated for sorting. Putting litter under the palm tree in the palm tree basin before harvesting. Cut the taste of dates by the worker. Cut the taste of the dates. It is possible to calculate the productivity of each palm tree separately, taking into account the numbering of the palm trees, and collecting the crop in plastic boxes on which stickers pertaining to each palm tree are placed as follows. Date palm numbering is always easy for all agricultural operations, and the numbering projects are applied to the endowment projects of Sheikh Abdullah Al-Raji. May God have mercy on him. Al-Rajia Dates Company since 2019 AD. Harvest mechanism. This is done either by climbing the trained workers to the top of the palm tree to cut the taste of the dates by climbing the trunk of the palm tree without a tie, and in this way, the worker is exposed to falling and causing injuries to him. Or using a hill to climb up the palm tree, and this method is safe, especially for trained workers. Or mechanical ladders are used by electric workers, and more than one worker climbs to cut the taste of dates. Or the modern methods of harvesting dates, which are date harvesting machines, which are equipped for the ascent of 4 workers together, surrounding the palm tree from each side, so it is easy to cut the stalk and pack it.